Hello, hello, everybody. It is Monday, May 12th, 25, and it's already the middle of May. Can you believe it? And if you celebrated Mother's Day, tell us in the comments about your Mother's Day. I'm going to show you a picture of my Mother's Day and show you what we did. I don't know that I told y'all. So if you remember, um, I have a picture for it. So, hi, Becky. Hi, Tammy. Welcome. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys today. Look, I love when I click on your name, and I love to see your little graphic. Tammy, did you draw that on Procreate? That is so cute. Of course, it's this big, so my eyes may be playing tricks on me. It looks like a superwoman. Tell me more. So dang cute. So now I can hear you, Jenny. So, I mean, I don't know if you knew that or not. There's April. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Joanne, hello from South Carolina. What's your time zone there? I'm in East Texas, so we're in Central, so it's noon 01 right now. Noon 01. There's Tracy Ann. Tracy, I have to know if you go by Tracy Ann, like my mom goes by. Well, she doesn't always love to go by, but her mama calls her Bobby Ann because we're from the South. We put them together. I used to be Christy Lee. There is Miss Donna. Hello, hello. And Melissa's here too. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad you're here today. We are going to get started pretty soon. Jennifer's here too. You shared Mother's Day weekend with my daughter for her 24th birthday. Oh, I love that too. That is fun, Jennifer. I love that. Just Tracy. Okay. Okay. That's what I thought. So if I call you Tracy Ann, you'll know we're really close. You're from the South. Okay, so this weekend, y'all, I'll first tell you about. First, let me talk about this. If y'all have not, a lot of you are in my tribe, my membership, so you already have access to this workshop. But to get to it, you don't sign up. We have a link in our private Facebook group, Christy's Lettering Tribe, that you click on, and it takes you right to the Facebook page. And we've been emailing you. We email you every week. Or every month. I'm trying to think if Brittany sends the membership. Maybe the membership's just once a month. Look what we did this weekend. We'll show that again in a minute. Jenny's pulling that picture up for me. I was like, I don't have it ready. I want to show them. So, I'm trying to remember what I was saying. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, she knew I was going to forget because she didn't know that was going to pop up there. You did? Okay, I don't know. What was I saying? Both names equals really close or in trouble. We were talking about names a minute ago. Yes. Christy Lee, especially Christy Lee Darty or Christy Lee Chesley, Christy Lee. That does mean you're in trouble for sure. Eileen's here. Hello, Eileen. Welcome. Anyway, I was going to tell you that my kids showed up, and it was so nice because they took me out. Well, I took them out, but they had the idea, and then we took them, we picked up the check. They're not to that point yet, right? Anyway, and we had pizza, which is my favorite food. Did you know my favorite food group is pizza? And I'll tell you the best pizza that you can get, okay? If you want to know the very best pizza, it's got a thin, crispy crust. Jenny's like this. No. But I'm going to tell you. Do you want to come up here so you can? I wish you can't because you don't have volume on that one. Anyway, the best pizza out there is thin crust. Just hear me out. I like sauce on mine. Like, I want some red sauce on it. Give me enough red sauce where I can taste it. And then Canadian bacon or ham. Can you talk right now? Go ahead. And then.
Yes.
Okay. It's echoing.
I got it. Just a second.
I muted our mic for a second there. Okay. And then pineapple, which is what makes it really good. And then jalapenos. So you've got the salty, the spicy, and the sweet with the crispy crust. You cannot beat that. You cannot beat that. Do I have to unmute you? You ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it might still be echoing. So.
Okay. All right. We'll pull you back up in a second.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the best. The best pizza is pepperoni and sweet peppers. Oh, okay. Well, let me try that. I am not afraid to try any pizza except I did eat one with anchovies and I was not a huge fan. But anyway, just side note, pizza's my favorite. In case you guys just need to know that. So Tracy loves pizza too. I feel like I'm not a grown adult because since that's my very favorite food group. However, at least it's an elevated version of pizza. It's not like just pepperoni or cheese pizza, right? Like, what does that say about someone? Just kidding. I love y'all. I think that might be Jenny's favorite too. Hi, Jackie's here. Welcome, guys. All right. What? Jenny says there's nothing wrong with pepperoni. She said, okay. Um, let me show you the picture that I was talking that Jenny was. There we go. This is the picture from this weekend. Oh, Paisley would die if she saw that one. That's not the best picture. That we have another one that's better of her. Anyway, she looks mad. I'm taking that down. But anyway, that is me and my mama and my daughter and Jenny, and we went to like a tea house, and we had tea, and it was fun. It was fun. Of course, I go to Bruno's, Jennifer. Of course, but you know what, Jennifer? Let me tell you this, and anybody else who wants to know, because again, pizza's my thing. I would have never thought, never in a million years, that I would like cauliflower crust pizza, but it is my very favorite. I cannot tell the difference, and it's actually like better, especially if you like crispy, than Bruno's pizza. Which Bruno's is it's the best pizza place we hear, especially that we have here. That's especially like home. What do you call it? It's local. So we love to support the locals, of course. But they now have a cauliflower pizza, and it's better than their original crust. So just so you know, Jenny likes the worst pizza place I've ever had in my life, and I love pizza. I've tried it so many times. I keep trying. Anyway, love you, Jenny. She doesn't like Bruno's. Too funny. She's like really wishing her microphone worked today. Okay, one last talk about this. That's what I was talking about earlier when Jenny popped on. Okay, I want to make sure you know about this workshop. Look, y'all, it is so cute. If you have not signed up for this, it's $10. What are you doing? Jenny's going to put the link in the comments so you can go ahead and get signed up today. We start right after this. We start at 1 p.m. Central. Okay, it's 12 here. In an hour, we're going to start, and it's 4 days, and I'm going to teach lettering tips and doodling. I'm going to show you calligraphy. I'm going to show you all the things. It's going to be a blast. And we have 100 people almost, y'all. Well, actually, we have more than 100 counting my membership that have signed up for it. So it's so exciting. You signed up, Tracy? Good. Here's another frame I'll show you. They're kind of like vintagey, like, kind of goes with the theme. Wouldn't this be the cutest gift? Like for Mother's Day, if I would have put this in a little bag for my mama, I would have been such a good daughter. Especially the Amazing Grace one, because who doesn't love that, right? And then you get a packet with all the things you need. This right here is worth the $10 alone because you're getting, well, I promise you. And then, y'all, it was kind of hard for me to do this workshop. I mean, to plan it at first because I decided to go with a vintage theme and soft colors. And if you know me, I am wild and bright. So I'm trying to do my subtle, okay? But on Monday is the bonus class. And anybody who signs up for the bonus class will get to do it in color. So I'll be coming to life on Monday. Well, I mean, I'll be alive the whole time, but this will be more exciting for me because I love color. And then if you love the iPad like me, I'm going to teach how to do it on the iPad with color or without color, either way. I'm going to be using the iPad all week too. So can't wait. Super excited. I know Jenny's like, I went shopping. Y'all, Whatnot the app. Some of you went shopping with me. I'm obsessed. I have a lot more to tell you about it. I've learned so much. And did you know at midnight you can be laying in your bed and you could buy 10 pairs of earrings just at midnight? You can just do that for $5 a piece. I mean, you can do that. Y'all, it was like good jewelry too. I'm glad no one else was watching. I've got to get my pick of the litter. The frames are from Walmart. Thanks for asking, April. The frames are from Walmart. I just got online. Everything I buy is pretty much online. And they shipped it to me. I'm a member, the Walmart membership thing. It came pretty quickly. So, all right. It's 100 degrees. No, it is not. That is wild. You do have to be tough. Thank you. Thank you, Candy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm so glad you're going to be a part of that workshop week. All right, everybody got the link for that. If you didn't sign up, you're going to cry on Monday when we tell you how much fun it was. All right, I'm going to pull Jenny up. We're going to be up here with our cameras. There, we can hear you now. Did you fix your microphone back? Because it's echoing.
Hang on.
She's too worried about talking about my pizza problem.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, I wasn't supposed to pull you up yet.
Oh, that's right.
I can, but do you want to keep getting ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Is there anything you want to say to defend yourself?
Yes, you have weird taste in pizza.
How are we friends?
And you made me put the hat on. I like baseball caps. I wear them a lot, but I don't wear big floppy hats.
Okay, Jenny's in the bottom. Don't look at my daughter. Jenny's in the bottom, and her hat is so cute on her. And I am so proud of her. This is so out of her comfort zone. Of course, here I am with my big old hat. And my daughter really was happy to be there, and she was happy in her hat. That was a terrible
She was
picture.
playing her part. She was being that Elizabethan era, and she was so serious.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
She looks really pretty. I'll have to show you more pictures.
She did. She looked beautiful.
She did. She looked good. Okay, so if you are brand new, I am Christy Darty. I'm so excited that you're here. And Jenny is my bestie, and she's my assistant for my Facebook group, and she helps me with Devos and Doodles and lots of other things. And on Mondays, we do Devos and Doodles at noon every Monday. And we've started doing something a little bit different on this version of our devotional, and we are both drawing and sketching out something that we get from the lesson. So there's no rules. Like, it doesn't have to be lettering, it doesn't have to be doodling, it can be whatever you want. But we choose something different because we don't know what each other's doing, most likely. So that's what we'll be doing at the end of this. I'll read this, and then and if you're new, this is the YouVersion app called Bible. It's a generic, Bible app. It says Holy Bible on it. And the study we're doing right now is I searched for justice but found love. And do you have the link for that?
I'm going to get it right now.
I thought you were. She's getting the link for the study in case you want to actually join our study, because we have people right here joined with us. So you can comment here if you want. It's just nice to know that we're all on the same page. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see this, but you can definitely follow along on your own phone, or just listen. Close your eyes and listen, right? The greatest invention ever. He humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross. Philippians 2:8. What invention could possibly surpass that? The light bulb? The wheel? The printing press? The chip? Or AI? Man can invent whatever he wants, but no invention will ever match the one God made to solve humanity's greatest dilemma. God's justice is perfect, but so is his love. After all, that is what God is. 1 John 4:8 says, God is love. That part of his identity is just as important. God is like that judge who one day, to his horror, saw his former friend arraigned. The guilt was undeniable. The judge could not and would not engage in nepotism. He had to impose a huge fine. But having done so as a judge, he left the courtroom, went to his friend, and gave his friend the details of his own credit card to use to pay the large fine. As a judge, he chose to suffer himself the pain of his friend's punishment. God does far more than that. God determined punishment. An innocent man would have to die a terrible death, but God imposed that punishment on his own son, who would come to the world for that. This way, God's justice and love come together. We call this solution forgiveness. We will consider this further in the coming days. We are forgiven, at least if that's what we want. It's clear that many people still prefer to try to pay for their guilt themselves, even though that's impossible. What about you? Something to ponder on through the week for you guys. I hope you're enjoying the study. Every study's a little different. I try to just kind of do a variety of things, and some are 5 weeks and some are 12 weeks. You just never know. And this one, Jenny's got the template pulled up. If you're in my tribe, I have that template for you. If you're not in the tribe and you want to, I would just draw out boxes, and it's 12 different boxes if you want to follow along and just draw on your own paper. It doesn't have to look like this. You could just do like squares. Don't feel pressured to draw this. And then each week we do like a little, our version. So this is what I did. And Jenny, show yours. I haven't colored mine. She's colored hers. So hers is up in the top left. Thank you. So don't judge others. She's got the scale. I love that. And then the next one, she did lettering. I did lettering. Week 3, she did more doodling. I love that. And then week 4, today, we're going to do what we're going to do.
I struggled. I really wanted to text you last night because I have not asked her, like, what are you doing at all since we've been doing this? But I really wanted to last night, and I'm just like, no, I'm just going to have to. But I couldn't pull
there's no wrong answer. And that's why this is what I love, is that they're watching you. You're being like a model for them because I'm teaching it. So people a lot of times automatically think, I've got to do what the teacher does. And that is the furthest from the truth. You do what the Lord leads you to do. What did you get? And maybe you didn't get much. And if you didn't get much out of it, just letter. And the more you write the word, the more it's going to become a part of who you are. And so I lettered the scripture from the very beginning. He humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross. Philippians 2:8. And, we want to do fun and pretty and cute too, right? Sometimes, but it's not always that way. It just isn't. When we're talking about death, it's kind of hard to make it all,
Yeah, no.
So don't worry about that. You can always add color to magnify it and make it, it'll all blend in the end. It'll look good together. But I love that you colored yours. It looks great.
Thank you.
You want to talk about what you're going to do?
I'm just lettering the words God is love.
And when I saw that, I thought, I wonder if Jenny's going to do that. Because
I wondered if you were too, because it was hard to find. I mean, sometimes it like with the study we did the last time, there were a lot of visual images that it produced, but this was more, I don't know, it was just a little harder to pull something visual out of it. So
I agree.
And I had just done a cross because I was thinking, based on what you read, I was thinking about doing a cross, but I just done one. So
yeah,
we could have
done crosses on all of them, and they did look different.
Well, yeah, yeah.
And another thing that Jenny and I are doing is she's using traditional art supplies, and I'm using an iPad. So again, not only can you do things your way as far as what you decide to draw, you can do it your way on where you decide to draw it on. If you want to draw it on toilet paper, do it. You can do whatever you want. Just give yourself that freedom.
Toilet paper.
You could. Well, I mean, some people might spend a lot of time in the bathroom. You never know what people are going through. Speaking of, I got to tell y'all this because it brought up the bathroom.
I'm a little scared.
She's always scared of what I'm going to say. Maybe I shouldn't. It has to do with what Hayes made me. Can I talk about that?
I mean,
no, that's weird. Okay.
Feel comfortable.
Oh, I'm comfortable. I'll say anything, pretty much. But I'll tell y'all, how about after we do this? Because this is a little bit more serious than what I was going to tell you. But it ties into Christmas, and I wanted to tell them what we're going to do for Christmas.
Oh, just tell them about Christmas. You don't have to.
No, I want them to know. I want them to know how talented he is. Okay. I'm just going to tell them. Y'all, he made me a squatty potty. Look at the look on Jenny's face. It's priceless. She said, he made me a squatty potty. Well, it's for anyone who comes over to visit if y'all wanted to use it. But it's wooden. If you don't know what it is, Google it. But it's good for you. It's healthy anyway. But it looks like a stool. But he made it so pretty. It's like, I don't know. I didn't know he could do that. It's so cute. But we made handmade gifts last year for Christmas, and that's what he made me. And we're doing that again this year. And so I thought that would be fun to tell y'all that story. That way I could tell how talented he was. Then I can embarrass Jenny. She can't wait to tell her whoever she's going to tell. She's going to tell Nathan, her son, and then she's going to tell her family. You won't believe what she said. Am I right?
Well, I usually do tell my mom the things that you say.
Oh, lovely.
My son is home now. He's home from college, so it's nice to have him home.
Yep, and she got to see the baby.
Yes, I did, thankfully.
I can't believe you didn't have that picture of her in that big bow on here.
Well, I didn't know that's an option, but if it's an option, I'll show y'all a new picture every week.
I bet they'd love to see it. It's an option to.
She is adorable.
She is adorable. Once you get done with that, you can pull it up if you want.
She is so pretty.
Okay, so let me tell y'all what I'm doing here. So I love mixing my fonts, and well, I don't know if you call them fonts, but different lettering styles. And so I've done print, obedient. I'm doing print, and the other so far is just script. So, and then right here, you can see that my D is shorter than all these other letters. I don't have rules, right? So I can make my letters look the way I want.
That's an understatement for Christy.
That's right. In hand lettering, I don't have rules too. But anyway, so look how this T is going up high. Because I want it to, I just think it looks better. Let me show you, you know what? Let me show you the difference. If I did it just all the same height, okay?
And like on mine, I had pencil on there, but I'm kind of ignoring the pencil, and it just because I wrote it in pencil doesn't mean you have to trace it. I'm going back and doing it a little different, so then I can erase the pencil.
Yeah. So if you write it all the same, it's going to look fine, but the difference is, oops. Can I spell? Maybe not. The difference is see all that didn't look bad, but we can decide what we like better. There's a lot of extra white space up here. Obedient, is that right? So I'll do that, and then I'll put the other one the other way back, and I'm going to do it faster, but we'll look and see what we like better. And a lot of times that's what's fun about the iPad, if you happen to have one, is that you get to decide later after you write it. And it's harder, harder to do that on paper. But what I do when I teach my classes is I design it on the iPad first. And then, so, okay, y'all can decide. This is number 1. And I don't care which one you like. You're not going to hurt my feelings. This is number 1. Because we all have different styles. And then this is number 2. Do you prefer 1? Oops, hold on. 1. Let me show you more of it together. Or 2.
It's like at the eye doctor. You know how they go 1 or 2.
And then they started doing 3.
Yeah, or 4.
Because I used to get confused on the 1 and 2s. I was glad they started doing the 3s and 4s. I need to go to the eye doctor, by the way. Okay, we've got 3 1s, 4 1s. Okay, good. Well, that makes me feel good. But I do actually like this also, so there's not a wrong way. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Sure I'm on the layer that I'm supposed to be on. Okay, to the point. I hope y'all are going to be at the lettering workshop at 1 today. You can always watch the replay. But I do want to remind y'all that Facebook is deleting live videos after 30 days. So like this video right here in 30 days will no longer exist on Facebook. So remember that. This should help you be more efficient with getting your work done, right? Okay, death. I decided to do death also in print and larger than the other letters around it. Or words. Well, yesterday at our tea, we had to answer questions. Like we had this little, it was like a secret code type of thing that you had to fill out. That's pretty lettering, girl. Look at you. You say you can't letter.
And I'm adding gold to it because I've done it on every page. So I'm kind of just keeping with the theme. I don't know if it's even.
Anyway, Jenny's good at trivia is what I'm trying to say. And I don't have that paper. Do you have that paper that?
No, I didn't keep it.
And then again, I did he, obedient, death, and now I'm going to end with cross with uppercase lettering, bolder than or larger than the rest of the words. And I feel like that kind of balanced it out. Make sure you put your scripture reference. Sometimes I forget, and it's really nice to have it to refer to. It's like the salt and pepper, they belong together. It's like a cup and saucer, they belong together.
I don't have my I can't use my Bible app while I'm using my phone. And so if anybody has that scripture reference for God is love, what was that?
That's a good idea. Yeah. If y'all can put that in the reference. Oh, Tammy says, Jenny, I'm reorganizing my craft room. And a little birdie told me you're really good at reorganizing Christie's. You want to fly to Michigan and do mine? That'd be fun. Can I come too?
Sure.
I'll watch.
Fly us to Michigan.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be.
Okay. And then, so right here, I had a little extra space and I decided I wanted to put something there. And, we're talking about the cross and all. And because I already have this, I'm going to use it. Otherwise, you guys can just draw a cross. I mean, do whatever you want to do. You could do something like this. But I'm going to use one of my stamps that I have in my Etsy shop. Because if you have them, why wouldn't you, right? Okay, so it's called Crosses and Chapels. So it's got like little chapels, churches up here, which I also thought would be cute.
Yeah.
Because I haven't used those much. I don't think, oops, that's too big. I'll show you this first. Let me get rid of my that copy. Okay. So there's a little chapel. So that would be cute somewhere, but I like the cross for this. And the cross that I picked out, there's a whole bunch of crosses on here. And again, I could have used any of them. If it has more details, then you can do more with it as far as coloring. But for some reason, I just wanted to use that one. And that's how I finished it. And I'll add color at the end of, probably at the end of the 12 weeks. Is it 12? Yeah. You found it? Okay. Yeah. 1 John 4:8. Thank you, Candy. Awesome. This has been a fun day. I'm so glad that y'all decided to come by. Don't leave yet. We're not done. But I just wanted to say that while I was thinking it. 1 John 4:16 is another one. We have come to know and have believed the love what God has for us. God is love, and the one who remains in love remains in God, and God remains in him. Jenny and I were talking about the other day about how many different scriptures have the same wording too, or some of the same wording. So you could do a lot of different scriptures probably there.
Hi, Brittany.
Brittany's here. Woo-hoo-hoo. She's saying y'all need to join the workshop. You do need to join the workshop. I'm going to put this up one more time in case somebody came late and you have not joined this. We're starting this in 30 minutes. So we are going to wrap up pretty quickly here because we don't want to, we want to be really super prepared. I'll show you, let me show you if there's anything else I can. Jenny, you have anything you want to tell them about the workshop or say? Can you put the link in there one more time?
Yeah, the link.
Okay, right. Thank you. We have been planning this for a long time, and my team is amazing. So Brittany, she's sending the emails. So if you've gotten the emails about it, she's the one doing that, the one in the comments. And then Jenny's my assistant in the Facebook group. So super fun. And if y'all haven't made Devos and Doodles part of your Monday ritual, I ask you to do that. I ask you to put it on your calendar and make effort to be here because what's it going to do for you? Well, multiple things. Hopefully brighten your day because y'all brighten my day. I look forward to this so much. It's going to get you in the Word. That's the number one thing, right? And hey, while you're here, you might learn some lettering tips or some doodling tips. Or maybe like Jenny's using gold marker, like just different thinking, different ways of how we all think when we create is helpful in learning. So anyway, what do you think about the workshop? Or do you have any?
I think it's going to be great. My sister and my mom and my sister are going to be doing it.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to have
that. Kind of makes me nervous though.
Why?
Because they're going to judge me.
Stop that. They are not. They love you.
Thank you, Candy. That is so sweet. I really appreciate that. That means the world to me. There's one other thing I was going to say. Okay. So Jenny, so the theme is doing, at the end, we're going to all do hymnal. We're going to letter on hymnal paper. And we're gonna do
And
some.
we're
Do
gonna
y'all?
all sing a hymn together.
Well, I want to. I hope so, but I don't want them to hear just me. You have to sing with me, Jenny. But we were anyway. So we were talking about a lot of the fun things that. Well, first of all, stories that you hear when you grow up in church that you remember when you grow up in church. I've got so many stories I was thinking of. I was reminiscing on this morning that I'll be sharing. Getting in trouble in church, doing all the things. But hymns, can y'all remember? Tell us in the comments your favorite hymn. If you grew up in church, and you may not have, and maybe even if you haven't, you know some hymns, or a lot of times at funerals in different places, they sing some of the same songs. But tell us in the comments, like maybe some of your favorite or your very favorite hymn that you remember from growing up or from hearing it at your grandma's house or whatever the story is. Val's gonna be there. Super. Hello.
I
I'm
grew up in
so
church and we had him. I mean, I think the contemporary music is more contemporary. And so we didn't have that kind of music. So it was always out of a hymnal. And when I was looking up some of the trivia for this week, it's like I'm like, oh yeah, forget about that one, because we don't see them in our church anymore. Um, but I love those old hymns. And my grandma had an upright piano and she could play by ear. And so any hymn she heard, she could just sit down and play it. And so she would always, anytime she had a house full of people, she would always sit down and play hymns, old hymns,
Aw.
and sing along. And so I've got lots of memories of hymns. I'll Fly
I
Away. That's a good
I want
one.
to sing. I mean, like as you see them, don't you sing it in your head? Like when we
Oh,
all
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
what a day of and of
Yep.
course I can't remember all the words. Just as I am, the old rugged cross. Ah, Candy, that is so sweet. I'll fly away. Oh,
I love that one.
I know it is well with my soul. Oh, at our church, the most memorable. Jenny and I go to the same church too, but one of the most memorable times that I remember, our pastor, he doesn't sing much, but he's sung a couple times, like at church. And when we sing "It Is Well with My Soul," he's really touched by that song too, and he has a beautiful voice. But I remember I could still hear a Sunday when we did a cappella and everybody's singing, and it's just like so pretty, so pretty. I love it. Okay,
When I was a kid, so we had two children that were hit by a car. They passed away, and the entire town. I grew up in a town called Lindale, and the
okay.
entire
Let's
town.
let's say that they weren't your children.
Oh no, I was a child.
Yeah.
But the entire town showed up for that funeral, and we all sang "It Is Well with My Soul," and that, to me, that song, I've never forgotten that. I was a little kid, and so I always have that memory and the goosebumps, and it's like there was something very special about that song. So
Yeah, yeah. Lori, my mom, dad, sister, I still sing specials at church. Oh, you sang. I am envious, Lori. I love that.
yeah.
Anybody who can sing and get on the stage, I
Oh,
love that. I hope
I,
y'all are using your gift. Can you sing, Jenny?
I like to sing, and I
Let's
sing home all the time.
let's judge. Go ahead, sing something for us.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen.
Okay. Okay. Love you guys. We're going to get ready for the next class. If you are like, wait, I signed up, but what do I do? Where do I go? Go check your email. Brittany has sent you an email. It's got a link to go right where you need to go. If you are on Facebook and you're searching for it, it's called Lettering in Faith Workshop Week. That's what you're looking for. And everything that we are sending out should look similar to this. It's going to have that vibe of that, whatever those colors are, sage and peach or something. And so be kind of looking for that. And that's what the banner looks like as well. I mean, not exactly, but similar. You'll see the scripture. I mean, you'll see the hymns.
Yeah, it's supposed to say workshop week, but I was
We,
trying to do it
we.
fast.
Okay. Love you guys. We will see you next week. If we don't see you this week, we'll see you Monday. See you later. Bye.